AITA for telling my wife that our 4-year-old son won't eat her cooking primarily because she's a terrible cook. My wife, 34F, and I, 39 male, have been married for about 10 years. During these 10 years, I have done the majority of the cooking. Having kitchen experience, I am confident in my ability, and she fell in love with my cooking fairly early on in our relationship. She did occasionally cook for me during this time, but I tended to want to avoid it because, to be brutally honest, it was never any good. Now that we have a 4-year-old son and she's a som, she's cooking a lot more, and it's not going well. I've heard her have the same argument with our son probably 100 times by now. It always goes the same way. 1. She cooks something that he has previously said he doesn't like. 2. He doesn't like it, often expressing his disgust with yuck. 3. She throws a giant tantrum and tells him that if he can't eat his dinner he should get out. 4. He cries and argues back. 5. I'm left picking up the pieces. Well, last night, my wife decided to make her seafood stew. Her seafood stew is among her worst recipes. She essentially throws a bunch of fish in a pot, overcooks it, throws in some vegetables. Yes, she puts the vegetables in after the fish, and then throws in a couple of cans of tomatoes and lets it stew for a while. It manages to be both devoid of any actual flavor because she barely seasons it, but the acidity of the canned tomatoes is downright horrible. I've been trying valiantly to eat her cooking for the better part of a decade now, and even I find it awful.